So I think God has a spaceship, and I think that you're looking at it, well, several spaceships, with definitely a blue one and a red one. But they also have wings and they can fly. I can't wait to see what we're dealing with. I cannot wait to see how we were made in their image. And let's not forget, God is extraterrestrial. When we think of aliens, we think of many different species. I'm finding out that many of the gods take the form of a dragon, which, from everything I know and understand, would be of the reptilian variety. So these are possibly projections of thought of the gods, all the different forms that they take. I don't know, maybe somebody understands this a lot better than I do. I just know that what I'm seeing is many dragons, and it seems as if Mother Earth has wings that span over the entire Earth. And inside of those wings are all of the creations that are part of her. Maitreya, Mother Earth, the void of creation, the black sun, so many different things. I'm just starting to understand. It's very vast. But then I also understand it as that story of the egg, where, well, I'll link it below and let you guys read it if you haven't already. It's all in the egg. I keep seeing that in the gematria calculator. It's all in the egg. But really, the reason that I mention all of this, as I try to understand it myself, is just a reminder. It's a reminder that we need to open our minds and our hearts and our eyes, because when the veil drops even more, well, we will find out. I wanted to point out that everything that I'm learning is telling me that Jesus Christ is a Pleiadian alien, a very powerful Pleiadian. And I wanted to remind myself and others that the Pleiadians are known as a bird race. birds are reptilian. So there you have it. Let's just stop labeling. Like I've said in past videos, they're like brothers and sisters that are fighting and calling each other names. So let's not partake. The world as we know it is about to change in profound and beautiful ways. Things have been happening quickly, and it is like a snowball effect. I do feel as if this weekend is going to be a big weekend. We know that this whole month, we know that the whole past 6 months, we know that the past several years, many of us know that our entire lives, we've been waiting for this time that is approaching for lifetimes. I'm really thinking that we all need to rethink what is taking place. If the Saturn matrix is being dismantled and removed, and Jupiter, which is fifth dimensional Earth, as well as the home of Zeus, Source, then that means that we're already home. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not experiencing turmoil. I am definitely purging out some of the last of the deepest and darkest parts of my mind and my past. I'm processing everything. I'm processing a human life, and it's been really interesting, but I do feel that my consciousness has raised and I am able to process thoughts much differently than I was able to a couple of years ago. Subscriber Applesauce said it perfectly in my live feed the other day. She mentioned how basically all of the trivial and mundane things didn't matter anymore, that we've really outgrown some of the things that used to hang us up. And she's so right. From what I've been observing around the sun for the past several months, it looks as if they were shifting a new dimension into place. Exactly what I've just had described to me in Gematria over the past several months. Saturn matrix is ending and Jupiter will reign. So we're not wrong. Being raptured into the fifth dimension is actually a thing. And the day of the Lord is when they appear and they arrive. And that is when life will change 100%. I don't know when that's going to be. I know that by the time we see him, we will be like him. And I think we have some ways to go, so maybe a cosmic flash would be in order first. We just really have to keep trusting God's plan, and know that if you're in total fear, that means that you are raising in consciousness and you are changing your thought patterns, and you are getting rid of all of the stuff that has kept you back and kept you prisoner for potentially lifetimes. I notice when I'm out and about and I feel compelled to speak to somebody about either looking up or the fact that Jesus Christ is returning right now, people look truly terrified, which is really sad. It's a little bit funny, but it's really not funny because they're truly terrified. Why is that? Is it because that means that we have to repent, or we have to face all of those things that we weren't willing to look at for all of these years? Many things from childhood, many things from, the things that we keep ourselves prisoner over. You have to know that you have been influenced your entire life. Many of us have been followed by something extremely evil very closely for our entire lives. While you cannot blame things on Satan, you can tell him to go away and that you know that he influenced you. I think that some people believe that they are not worthwhile, or that their sin, quote unquote sin, is too terrible, or they are too monstrous. I think that that is just a human way to feel. Just remember, we've all come here to experience what it is to be human and take the information back to God. And God has experienced almost all of the things that we have. And it's okay. Repenting is not about being perfect or coming clean or confessing even, really. Repenting is about having a change in heart, having a change of heart, one that brings you closer to the true God. That is possible for anybody as long as you are breathing. That is possible. Some of these images I am putting up again because, like I said, they seem to be Mandela affected, and I'd like to get them to you with better quality. So hopefully this uploads with a little bit of a better quality. Take some time and look and share with us what you might be seeing. There are actual beings up there, all of the ascended masters, all of the friends and family that we once knew that are not here in this realm. They're all here. Heaven is coming to earth. New Jerusalem is coming to earth. We are here. They are almost here. It's going to be amazing. So just be comforted and know that you're protected. And if there's bad weather or catastrophe or impending doom nearby, just remember how vast the world is and how protected you are. And just know that if you're not in fear, nothing can come for you. But that does mean working through fear and getting rid of it. So let it come up. If you feel guided to watch things that scare you, that's fine. Maybe you're just purging your mind. But there are plenty of other avenues. Keep seeking for truth, because truth brings peace. Truth sets you free. Truth does not have any fear. We can trust our hearts and we can trust our intuition. It has gotten us through a lot so far. Many of us can attest to that. and it will continue to. Trust your instincts. The picture on the Hopi prophecy rock that depicts two paths for mankind couldn't be more accurate. It seems as if, as humanity, as a collective in this world right now, we are experiencing definitely two separate timelines. And if you consider that continents are also timelines, I think we've narrowed it down to a few. But they're very different from each other. And we are coexisting almost side to side in some cases. I briefly want to touch on some of the body symptoms and physical health symptoms that people may be experiencing right now. I can only go on my own personal experience, but I do know that things can get pretty scary when all of a sudden you are having more symptoms all at once than you've ever had in your entire life, and you cannot get any straight answers about it. That is where I typically would send you some of Tony Taylor's material. So I recommend seeing her channel and going through her videos. She's done videos for almost 2 years on the subject, and they've all been so accurate. She is being given information on the body changes so that we have more clarity through this very new, very unique, very special process that so many are undergoing right now. But I can tell you, once you pull through and you get through most of the major purging, and then you get through the individual waves that are coming in like crazy and stronger, and the Schumann's resonance, which is raising our frequency along with Earth's. When you get through that and you have a couple of days to kind of recoup and realize you are better off for all of that purging and all of that self-work. So just keep trusting your body and keep getting the message. Even if we do nothing, our DNA is backstitching itself. It is a 2-year process. I would imagine that that is just a general idea of how long it takes to go through the initial phase, the preparation for the transfiguration of our bodies to be like his glorified body. We will be receiving glorified bodies apparently in the blink of an eye. It all seems unbelievable, but we are seeing that anything is possible going forward. These photonic waves are giving us the information that we can store in our DNA to be processed at an individual level, to heal our bodies, make us young again, bring us back to the original blueprint, and I can tell you that I see it happening. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for all of us. We are raising in consciousness and in every other way when we get through these physical symptoms. As I continue to integrate the photonic light and I come near the end of 2 years that I believe that it takes to at least get through the first phase of this molecular change, my skin gets shinier, my hair gets longer, stronger, my nails, everything on my body is like new and not corrupted at all. When it comes to what to do with the different symptoms, my first suggestion is to always listen to your instincts and listen to your body. Take as much time as you possibly can for yourself in order to heal. The most healing thing that I found throughout this process has been finding truth. It's almost like leveling up. There's really something about unlocking truth that is healing and helps us ascend. It seems as if my emails are broken. I'm receiving messages from subscribers saying that they received terrible emails telling them not to contact me again. And I would never do such a thing. So if that was you, or if that happens to you, I apologize, and please know that that is not me. And that is how far the deception is going, to prevent us from meeting up and getting to know each other or speaking. And that is because we are creating on our own, but there is something very special about those of us going through this process, getting together. We create with our words. So please know that you have milk and honey under your tongue, and you can declare truth starting now.